Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now for my safety, when I inspect my vehicle, now for my safety, I save money, save my life. Now for your safety, when you check your motor, now for your safety, you save money, save your life. Our people like to.
Hello, my name is Grace. Welcome to the very first edition of Safety Lens with LACVIS. It is an Independence edition and we are glad to celebrate Nigeria at 60. This is the show where we talk about safety issues in the transportation sector. And on today's edition, we would be having an interview with safety personality, feedback from clients, and of course, vehicle maintenance tips that you should know. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I'll be right back.
Good afternoon, my name is Engineer Aki George Fashola. I am the Director of Vehicle Inspection Services for Lagos State. Regarding the articulated vehicles and your trailers, tractors, wet cargo vehicles that have been causing a series of accidents lately, we are working single-handedly and also in joint collaborations with various safety agencies in order to bring about a reduction, a noticeable reduction in the rate of accidents that we have on our road. So one of the things that we have tried to endeavor or delve into is the fact that as an operator of articulated vehicles within the state, one of the major requirements that we focus on right now is that you have what we call a Lagos State computerized vehicle inspection report for that particular truck. If you cannot produce it, then we have issues. We are using a lot of technology and we continue to go down that path. One of the technologies that we are using right now is, like I mentioned earlier, the Lagos State computerized centers. And mainly these are centers that alleviate the work that we normally would have done manually. Time before past, when you bring your vehicles for inspection, we would have manually checked your tires, your shocks, your headlights, and various other things. But now, we are using the same technology to circumvent those processes and do the work. So basically, in a nutshell, once you pass in front of any of our cameras, the system automatically detects whether you have the various documents that your vehicle is supposed to have at any given time, i.e. the vehicle license, your roadworthiness certificate, your insurance for commercial vehicles, your hackney permit, either your stage carriage, your last record, etc., etc. So the machine can work faster than a normal human being can, and we can cover a lot more ground at any given time. So those are some of the ways that we use our technology to augment our work. It's a two-part answer to that. One, I would say, is not for the motorists to take it anyway, but to acknowledge and accept the fact that it helps alleviates the confrontation that comes with doing enforcement. We're trying to limit the interactions that enforcement officers have with citizens. That reduces stress on both parts. There's no need for confrontation because the camera doesn't recognize individuals but numbers. So that negates the fact that, or negates issues that come up with why are you stopping me. And because of the efficiency of the system, we can adjudicate more road traffic offenses effectively. Second, it gives us a compilation of what are the underlying factors, what are the trends that we are seeing more, are people not observing the roadworthiness certificates that they're supposed to come for every year for private citizens and twice a year for commercial. So those are the things that the technology does for us. And like I said, for the most part that I'm aware of, citizens are welcoming of this device. They're welcoming of this technology, because then it doesn't mean I'm stopping them on the road. It doesn't mean that, you know, they're having confrontations with officers on the road. Having said that, the camera doesn't cover everywhere. We still have to do the manual enforcement, where cameras cannot educate things like, oh, your vehicle is just bad, it's rickety, or your windscreen is cracked, or some other devices that, you know, you wouldn't expect a camera to be able to detect. So that's how we augment that. If you don't violate, what is VIS doing on the road to, you know, make money from? It's a give and take. If you voluntarily comply, and then there's nothing VIS wants to do to you. So that's my answer to that question. Well, aside from the statutory responsibility of vehicle inspection service, which is the safety of vehicular movement within the states, we as a department under the Ministry of Transportation have a responsibility to help and assist all sister agencies in terms of traffic enforcement. And so we assist them in various ways. We also collaborate with them, giving a helping hand where we can assist and where we have common goals, which is the safety of citizens on our roads. So that is the general alliance that we have with other agencies in terms of traffic. But like I said earlier, when you do what you're supposed to do, then you would have no issue with VIS. I would put it simply as this. There are those that they dedicate themselves to the safety of themselves and the public on the roads. But there's also a percentage of the population that feel it is none of their concern. But you know, the funny part of that is it becomes their concern when something happens to either them or someone they do know. And that is exactly what we are trying to avoid. So it doesn't concern you until it concerns you. And if you let it concern you now, it might not concern you later, if you understand what I mean. So that's the general attitude. The main primary function of the VIS is to ensure safety on our roads through vehicular movement. Now, secondary roles are to ensure that all vehicles that ply the state roads are up to standard, the minimum standard. You need to meet the minimum standard for safety purposes. Then we also have responsibility that, you know, are you a licensed driver? Are you licensed to drive a vehicle? Are you a trained driver? It's not enough to just move a car from point A to B. You need to understand the dynamics of driving a vehicle. You need to understand the rules and regulations that affect drivers, because the roads that you are using does not belong to one person. It is a shared asset, so you must learn how to play nice and fair on the road, right? So you must be calm. Driving involves being calm. If you are impatient, you will not get anywhere. You will only cause more chaos. So other parts of the responsibilities are, you know, we are also responsible for making sure that you comply with state laws. State laws require that for any given time that you are driving your vehicle on the road, especially in Lagos State, that you have the minimum requirements, which is your vehicle license, your roadworthiness certificate, which is number one for us, and then your vehicle must be insured. At this time of the year, for one reason or the other, vehicular movement tends to be a lot more than normal in other months. So we embark on an advocacy program where we try to educate the public on the do's and don'ts on the road, what you need to learn to be safe and to get to where you're going safely. Just two things. One, you must recognize that the name of the game is to get to where you are going safe and sound. It's not who gets there the fastest, it's who gets there in one piece. And if you are going to get there in one piece, not in several different pieces, you need to follow the rules and regulations that apply to driving a vehicle. I'm going to tell you to be safe, obey the rules and regulations of the state, and have a happy Independence Day.
Save money, save your life. Our people like to they complain. Say the government know they cooperate, but they themselves not the corporates. But we not like to the corporate. Oh, how you go drive patrol without inspection? When it break down, you go say no witchcraft.
My name's Ajay Adeboale, the workshop manager, Auto Point Quick Fit. Some of the ways to prevent vehicle from breaking down on our road, which hence cause gridlock on the road. When driving, you listen to the vehicle speak some languages. You listen to noise from your suspension. Then maybe in the morning when you are leaving the house, you do some preliminary checks, check the water so that you won't have overheating issue when on the road. Then you also check your oil to ensure it's at the right level. The other fluid, the brake fluid, the power steering fluid also, you also check also. Then you also, when you are driving also, you also try to check the instrument panel for those warning lights coming up, so that if there's any light, if the temperature, like the temperature meter, you check the temperature meter. If it's going excessive high, you look for where to clear the vehicle, park over, then from there you can then maybe call any of the auto care center to come around, check, see the cause of that overheating. Then maybe the oil pressure light also, there is the oil pressure light also, you also check it also. So those are some of the indicator light you check also when you are driving also. Then when you also drive also, you also check you listen to some noise around, maybe suspension, because at times you see some vehicles, some of the leg will just pull off. So like those vehicles, the owner must have getting sign from the vehicle when it's driving, but at times some of them just feel reluctant. So those are some of the issues that when look into such breaking down of vehicle on the road. Okay, in rainy season like this, one of the major issue, you need good visibility. You ensure your windshield are in order. And then I also like to also add to it also the AC. Your AC should be in top condition so that when you are driving, when it's raining, the moist on the windshield, you can use it to take care of the moist on the windshield, so that to enhance better visibility also. Then your lighting system also should be okay. Then you try to ensure that the pressure of the tire are okay to manufacturer specification. And you also ensure your braking system, which has to do with your brake pad, because this period that most of our roads are full of flood, so you need to swim through. And when you swim through, those metals, they are susceptible to corrosion, rust. So from time to time, you can go to the an auto care center for them to check your brake pad, to clean the surface of the disc also, and to also add to it also. Like when you go to the auto care center, they can also check your drive shaft for drive shaft gaiter. If it's torn, those are movable parts. The gaiter there is supposed to ensure that there are grease, lubricants inside the joint, the drive shaft joint also. So when the gaiter has torn, and you keep driving like that, you drive through water, water tends to wash away the grease and the lubricant inside, then you start having issue with that also. Generally, some of the type of vehicle maintenance culture, like the vehicles that uses timing belts, there are some mileage it covers. You change it, you don't just wait that the belt is still okay. There are some mileage it covers. So like the belt now, by 80,000 miles, you're supposed to change it. So that, because once it gets caught, some vehicle, once it gets caught, you spend more, you change the valves, you change gaskets, and there's what they call preventive measure. Preventive measure is cheaper and better off than corrective measures. So then you also go for routine lubrication service. You lubrication service, engine oil, oil filter, fuel filter. Also, it will also help to prolong the life of your vehicle. Also, and in Auto Point we have what we have. This is a carbon cleaning machine that helps to decarbonize the system, the combustion chamber, so that the parts, the piston, the valves, inlet valve and exhaust valve also will be functioning fine, and it will also help also to increase fuel efficiency of the car also.
So Nigeria is going to be 60. What do you have to say to Nigeria?
I wish Nigeria happy independence and more wisdom for the leadership to pilot the affair of this nation.
Now for your safety, you dey save money, save your life. Our people like to dey complain, say the government know they.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
You're welcome to Lagos Computerized Vehicle Inspection Service Ojodu Center.
Thank you very much.
Please, can we meet you?
Yes, my name is Tunde Adewusi, a resident in Lagos State for some years now. So.
Okay, it's so nice to have you here. So your vehicle was for inspection.
Yes.
How would you rate the services? What was it like?
If you say between the 1 to 10, I probably will rate you 11, but let's leave it at 10. Perfect service, friendly staff. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you guys rock. You blew my mind. Honestly.
Thank you so much. This is so encouraging. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so the defects that was mentioned in your vehicle, what were they, and what do you want to do about it?
Well, I kind of knew about the defects actually, but I'd been procrastinating, repairing. You know what I'm saying? But the verdict clearly shows that the car isn't maybe fit to be on the road, to be honest, but it's a pointer, right, to the fact that I know where to ask my mechanics to look out. It's not a case of trial and error. You know what I'm trying to tell you? See, because many a times people get ripped off because of improper diagnosis. You get what I'm trying to tell? But every inch of the car was looked at and every verdict detailed. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's free. It's free. That's the amazing thing. I've been advised to go and effect the repairs. Initially, I had the impression that, the car was going to be detained or something like that, but Well, like I said, wonderful stuff. I'm impressed by every single one of you, right from the reception to the waiting room. The guys that carried out the diagnostics themselves, wonderful guys, Thumbs up for everybody, Sha.
Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful for this recommendation. And so if you were told to refer us to other people, would you gladly do that?
Right from the time I get to the office, you can be assured, If only you probably give me something like a sticker to say referral, I'll gladly, but like I said, the fact that you have a very good way of dealing with your clients, very respectful, warm, accommodating. I mean, what else do we need? I'll gladly pay for that. Wow. You know what I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
Not to mention the fact that it's done at no cost.
Beautiful one from you, sir. We're grateful for this. Thank you so much. Nigeria is 60. So what do you have to tell Nigeria?
Well, we might be going through trying times now, but don't lose hope. Keep the faith. Chloroquine is bitter, but it's good for malaria. So if this period is a period of chloroquine, well, let's all join hands to make sure that the country gets well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adewoye. Good day, ma.
Good day to you.
You're welcome to Lagos Computerized Vehicle Inspection, Ojodu Center.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you, ma. Can you introduce yourself?
Aboye GM is my name, and I'm a Lagosian.
So your vehicle was inspected here. What was your experience like?
Well, I had a fantastic experience, and a colleague actually told me that I could come here, and in the space of an hour, I'll be responded to, and it was just exactly how he mentioned. From the reception, I had a good guide, so somebody who was available to guide me as to where exactly to go to get the services that I wanted, and then everything was so timely. It was a friendly environment, and it was quite fast. It was quite everything went smoothly well. So I really quite impressive. I enjoyed the service that was rendered to me.
Wow, this is your first time here, and this is a very good one from you. Thank you so much, ma. So would you like to refer us to your colleagues?
Wow, in fact, I'm going to the office now. I'm having to tell everybody that I meet, because, you know, the experience before now has always been that you just find somebody, go and help me get it sorted. But, you know, you could actually drive in, sort everything out. And the part that I also enjoyed was the fact that you could actually have your vehicle inspected. So that was it was a fantastic experience for me, and I would definitely tell my colleagues and every other friends that I get in touch with that needs such service. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much, ma. Nigeria will be 60. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, it's a major feat for us here in Nigeria. We are not there yet, but then we are far from when we actually started. There's been a lot of improvements in the way at which we do things here in Nigeria. We've come a long way, and I pray that God will take us to a better place as a nation in Jesus' name. So I wish Nigeria a happy independence.
Thank you.
Wow, that was quite an interesting moment. Join me next time, same channel, as we inform, educate, and entertain you on Safety Lens with LACVIS. Till then, stay safe. Bye.
Now for my safety, when I inspect my